starter on this staff. That's exactly what his team needs today. An inconsistent first 20 games finds the Nats at 500, 5 games behind the East leading Braves. Another chance to exorcise the St. Louis Demons. It's the series finale on MASN. Absolutely beautiful baseball day at Nationals Park in D.C. How about some runs? How about a W? Somewhere down that lineup, you might notice Tyler Moore at first base. There's got to be some offense, and Jonathan Solano is in there today as well. Bob and FP, welcome to the final game against St. Louis. Being a staff ace carries with it different responsibilities, and sometimes when your ball club's not going well, it becomes stopper.
Well, when you've lost 2 out of 3 in New York, you've lost the first 2 games of the series here against St. Louis, Steven Strasburg has to be an ace today, and that's the responsibility that comes with being a #1 starter. Go out there, set the tempo, have great body language, pound the strike zone with your fastball, and go right after these guys. And when you talk about what he means to this ball club, I think it's big that he settles into his rhythm early in this game. You remember some errors behind him the last couple of games. He's had to pitch out of the stretch early. Get into your rhythm early, maybe get some runs early. The Nats 71-21 when they scored first last year, 9-1 when they scored first this year. Get some runs on the board, and everybody, including the broadcasters, can take a deep breath and relax.
I hope so. Now, it's important for the pitchers to know they don't have to be perfect just because the ball club's still thirsting for runs.
Yeah, and I think that's the trap you fall into. Maybe when your team's not playing good defense behind you, the offense isn't slugging, but you had Jaime Garcia on the mound today, and the Nats are hitting .284 against left-handed starters this year, and Garcia gave up 9 runs his last outing against the Phillies.
All right, time to get things rocking and rolling. Denard Span, the leadoff guy. The Nats have scored 2 runs in their last 29 innings, and both of those runs came in 1 inning earlier in the series. So, hopefully some offense and a Curly W today. Brought to you by Ocean City. Visit Ocean City, Maryland for Springfest May 2nd through 5th. Find out more at OCOcean.com. By Acura. And by Farmers. At Farmers, we believe in smarter coverage. Contact your local agent at 888-96-FARMERS. A lot of folks are going to be in the ballpark today. They know a beautiful baseball day in the district when they see one. We've had some good crowds today in this series, 27 plus on Monday, nearly 30 last night. And we're waiting for the Nats to take the field with Stephen Strasburg. Train celebrating its 100th anniversary by offering irresistible financing. Hard to stop a train, really hard. Hey, Screech is soaring today. Well, maybe not Screech, but he's looking for something to feast on. 70 degrees. It is absolutely gorgeous, and there's that breeze blowing up the Anacostia again today from the right field corner out toward the left field side. The Nats are 6-5 at home. They've lost 5 in a row at home, which just doesn't happen around here. Overall, they've lost 8 of 11, and that's about the last negative stuff we're going to drop on you, because it's time to look forward, as we always do, to a game when Stephen Strasburg takes the hill. In fact, his one career start against St. Louis was very, very good last year. Didn't get a decision, but he shut down this offense, and he'll be facing a lot of the same guys today.
It's time for your AFCEA Intelligence Report. AFCEA, the Association for Global Security Professionals. Ace is up. Ace has got to be an ace in these situations. His team is struggling. That's the responsibility of being a number one guy. Stephen Strasburg looking to get the job done today. Fine 50, his 50th career start as he takes them out today. How about that? And get rhythm. Hasn't really had a chance to lock in early in the game. He's been in some high-stress innings very early this year. So hopefully when this guy gets into his rhythm, that's when he settles down and throws all 3 pitches. Fastball, curveball, change for strikes.
St. Louis Cardinals are 10th in the National League in hitting, 4th in runs. And they've done some good hitting with runners in scoring position in this series. Carlos Beltran in this series, 3 for 8, and an RBI single last night. He's hitting .500 with runners in scoring position, and a lot of that happening during this 8-game hitting streak when he has 12 base hits, but he's never had a hit against Stephen Strasburg. Daniel Descalso in the lineup today, and here's Strasburg with his 4th starts so far, and the league only hitting .227 against him.
Yeah, last time out on the 19th, he received the 7-1 loss at New York, gave up 4 runs. Only 2 of those were earned on 5 hits. Gave up those 2 home runs as well in 6 innings of work. Struck out 6, walked 2. Threw 111 pitches, 64 of those for strikes. So fastball averaging 95 miles an hour this year. Curveball change to go with it. They'll set the defense behind Stephen Strasburg today for the Nats. Harper, Span, Worth in the outfield. Desmond Rendon on the left side. Espinosa and Tyler Moore getting the start at first base. And Jonathan Solano behind the plate.
Stephen Strasburg took the mound against the Pittsburgh Pirates. That kind of seems like a long, long time ago, doesn't it?
Well, 50 starts ago, right? First time as a big leaguer, lit this city up, lit this ballpark up with all the strikeouts and the wonderful performance. First time out as a rookie, lived up to the billing. How many guys can say that in their major league debut?
Tuesday, June 8th. 2010, the Nats won the game 5-2. Stephen Strasburg went 7 innings, gave up a couple of runs on 4 hits, no walks, 14 strikeouts. He threw 94 pitches, 65 for strikes. And we all knew that night as we watched those first few fastballs come whistling in that it was the start of a new era here in D.C. First pitch of this game, and it runs outside to Matt Carpenter, and we're underway at 109. Carpenter in the series with a walk. He's 1 for 8, batting .250. He'll try to dump one into left field. Harper coming on. He won't be able to get there. Carpenter to make a big turn. This could be close. He is out, but it's dropped by Espinosa. Jim Wolf called him out, then saw the ball on the ground and had to change his call. Bryce within an eyelash of his 3rd assist of the year. It's a leadoff double. Well,
as soon as Carpenter tried to stretch this into 2, you knew he was out with the arm of Harper. And it got an in-between hop. Espinosa did a nice job of picking that ball. That's not easy with the velocity on it that it had. So got the short hop to the tag. The ball wasn't secure in his glove. And Matt Carpenter with a late, tough slide knocks that ball out. A leadoff double here for the Cardinals, and Strasburg right to the stretch.
That'll bring in proven RBI man Alan Craig, who's had a good series. 4 hits, 3 RBIs. He's done damage in both games. And he's on a 4-game hitting streak with 7 base hits. So that was Carpenter's first time facing Strasburg Alan Craig against Steven, 0 for 3 career. "26-year veteran, the crew chief, Jim Joyce, has the plate. On the bases, Jeff Nelson, Jim Wolf, and Corey Blazer.
I feel like this top of the first is bigger than you would normally think when you talk about Strasburg's last couple of starts and how he's right in the fire, right in the top of the first, or his first inning out there.
Agreed.
And we talk about maybe how things are going right now and the advantage of scoring first.
I think fastball command will be a big thing to keep an eye on early. When Steven is not throwing his fastball for strikes, he can have some long innings. He threw 111 pitches in those 6 innings at Citi Field Friday night. Craig trying to extend, big swing, and the count's 3-2.
And to your point, Carp, he's been averaging 20 pitches in the first inning of every outing this season.
Yeah, and that's after he had 11 with 8 strikes against the Marlins on opening day. That day, unbelievable efficiency, 7 innings on 80 pitches. 3-2 to a big RBI man with another one waiting. Swing and a miss. He took a little bit off at 87.
Well, that's a changeup right there, and it's his wipeout pitch, pretty much his out pitch, has been his whole career. And watch the movement on this 3-2 changeup to Alan Craig. Bottom dropping out, 87 miles an hour, way out in front. But the movement, to me, was the most impressive thing about that pitch. It's a big out early.
That'll bring in Matt Holliday. Got his first 2 hits of the series last night. He's been on base 3 times, hit by a pitch on Monday. And the big man checks in at 250. But he's 6th in the league with runners in scoring position at 533. It's a great matchup. And Holliday is 2 for 3 career against Steven Strasburg. Right field in front of Worth. Base runner had to hold up. Tough read for Matt Carpenter. So runners at first and third, 1 out. And the red hot Carlos Beltran coming in.
I mean, this ball club, to a man, does such a nice job with runners in scoring position of staying inside the baseball, using the whole field, going the other way. We saw it with Holliday last night, Yadier Molina, Carlos Beltran, guys going the other way with runners in scoring position. It keeps you back and not susceptible to the off-speed stuff, and these guys know what they're doing with runners out there.
Yeah, when they got their 2 runs last night, Robinson, Craig, Holliday, and Beltran, all right-handed hitters, went the other way. Carlos Beltran in this series, 3 for 8 with a run batted in. And he's hitting .500 with runners in scoring position. The Nats need one of those 4 things Ross Detweiler got last night. That's a fastball up. Yeah, St. Louis, unbelievable with runners in scoring position. They've been hovering around the 350 mark lately. As a team, that's crazy good.
It's best in Major League Baseball, 352 average with runners in scoring position.
That was a 2-0 changeup.
Pretty good pitch. 2-0 changeup. Bottom of the zone. Solano framed it. Didn't get the call. Strasburg with a look in there. Wanted that.
Yeah, it's a 26-year veteran who didn't give him that call. Beltran swinging on 3-0.
But kind of the point that we made in the open today is that Strasburg really hasn't had a chance to settle into a baseball game yet. To have that 1-2-3 first, maybe his team score a few runs for him, get into that groove, the rhythm that a lot of power pitchers takes 2 or 3 innings to get into once they get a feel for the release point, their off-speed stuff. He hasn't had that opportunity yet.
Bases loaded, fastball just missing. And coming up, a very difficult guy to face in a situation like this. Davey Johnson knows what a good contact hitter and a good RBI man Yadier Molina is.
And I guess my point being too, Carp, is that now you're going to your A+ stuff right out of the bullpen.
Yeah.
You don't have a chance to settle into a baseball game. Now you're reaching back, going to your plus stuff to get out of a jam in the first, and that'll take it out of you maybe down the road in the 4th or the 5th.
First pitch breaking ball. Molina hitting .311 with 12 RBIs. He drove in 76 last year. In this series, Yadier 1 for 6 RBI, 2 walks. He's a double play guy if you can get the grounder, but he's really good at driving the ball the other way. 2-0.
Just kind of spinning out of there right now, flying open. The release point is a little bit late, and that's why you're seeing the fastballs up and into right-handers.
And a visit from Jonathan Solano. 17 pitches already with 1 out in the first inning. Two and one.
A good two-seam fastball down the zone. Pretty good take by Yadier Molina. That's a ground ball waiting to happen. He's looking for something elevated that he can go the other way with.
2-1. Got a good low strike call there. On a pitch up, Molina gets around. It's going to fall fair. Right field line. 2 runs will score. And the Cardinals continue to punish Nats pitchers going the other way.
Well, that's what he's trying to do. A guy that knows how to drive runs in, a guy that uses the whole field. He's looking for something elevated to get his hands inside the baseball, lift the other way, and he got the bonus because he didn't get enough of it for the sac fly, but he got enough of it to get it out there for a couple of RBIs, a base hit.
And now, after 19 pitches, a visit from Steve McCatty with runners at the corners.
I think the trouble you fall into sometimes as a pitcher when you're not hitting your spots is you fall behind in the count and you say, I need to throw a strike right here, to where if you're on your game, you're saying I need to throw a strike to a corner, I need to hit my location. But if you're falling behind, you're just trying to throw a strike and not a quality strike.
Daniel Descalso. He's 0 for his last 9, batting a .178. 0-2 career against Strasburger, 0-4-2. And a fastball, a good one to the outside corner. By the way, that was Yadier Molina's first career at bat against Steven. And now Strasburg ahead 0-2. Descalso can run from that side of the batter's box. He has hit into 1 double play this year. Third base Beltran, first base Molina. That was a breaking ball, fair ball. Long way to go for 2, and everybody is safe. Anthony Rendon possibly had a chance to come home on that ball. I'm not sure if he throws it on target to Espinosa. They can turn 2 there. 3-0.
Well, that's part of the trap you fall into as a ball club when you're trying to do too much and bail your pitcher out. The play right there was at home. There's no way that's a double play ball at all with the speed of Descalso. And you look at the throw right there. You throw that home. You got him easily. But he decides to go to second base for the force. It was the wrong decision. But that's the trap you fall into when you're trying to bail your pitcher out of a tough first inning. He's thinking double play, and the play was at home.
I'm going to call that an E5. Fielder's choice to start with, E5, for pulling Espinosa off the bag, and an RBI for Daniel Descalso.
A general rule of thumb as a third baseman, the ball will take you to the play. That ball took Anthony Rendon to the base, away from second base. So right there, that's telling you you're playing halfway, you're playing in. If you just follow the baseball, the natural throw is to home right there.
Still only one out. And a ball ripped to Rendon. To the bag for one. All the way across, a 5-3 double play. The Nats have survived on double plays in this series. They've turned 7 of them in just over 2 games. .36. They're 9th in the league in runs, 4th in home runs. No home runs in this series, by the way, yet. And Tyler Moore bats cleanup today in the Nats starting lineup, brought to you by Mazda. We believe if it's not worth driving, it's not worth building. So as a starter, Tyler 3 for 9, couple of doubles. He had that monstrous extra base hit down in Florida last week, straightaway center field, so maybe he can do some damage and force people to really pitch to Bryce Harper. This is Jaime Garcia. 4 career starts against the Nats. He's 2-1 with a 3.74 ERA.
The last time out on the 19th at Philadelphia, he took the 8-2 loss. In just 3 innings of work, he gave up 8 runs on 9 hits. 4 of those were unearned. He struck out 3, walked 2 through 72 pitches in 3 innings, 49 for strikes. So fastball, cutter, curveball, change. That's what the Nats will see from Jaime Garcia today. When he keeps the ball down, tons of movement. Might be a thing he's saying he's one of the toughest guys to catch on his team because of the movement. When he elevates the pitch, kind of planes out and straight, and that's where he gets into trouble.
Denard Span, first career at bat against Garcia, low and away. Denard 2 for 8 in the series. Showing signs of life with the bat. He's been hitting it on the button first couple of games of this series. 2 balls, no strikes. Carpenter on the grass at third against a good bunter. That one gets the outside edge. Garcia career 35 and 24. He makes his 86th career start. Career earned run average 3.42, very respectable. Span pulls it right side. Daniel Descalso easily getting to his left. They play Span on the infield to pull as much as any team we've seen so far.
Set the defense for the Cardinals behind Garcia for today's game. Holiday, Robinson, Beltran in the outfield. Cosma, Carpenter on the left side. Descalso, Craig on the right side. And what new? Yadier Molina doing the catching. Day game after a night game.
Yeah, I guess he figures he's got till tomorrow night to rest after this one. St. Louis goes home after this to play the Pirates. And of course, their arch rivals in the Central, Cincinnati, will be here tomorrow. Kind of interesting. The Reds have played 15 home games already, winning 11 of those. The Cardinals have played 14 road games. They started the season on the road, came home for a week, and on this trip they've been to Pittsburgh, Philly, and here. So they think they're in pretty good shape. in the Central. How about that Milwaukee ball club? The Brewers have won 9 in a row, and they're in a half game behind position. Fastball away to Jason Worth, 2-1. Worth in this series 1 for 8. He's 4 for 12 career with a home run against Jaime Garcia. That one tailing action caught the edge on the way by.
Yeah, two-seam fastball. Watch the late movement right here. 90 miles an hour, late sink. And everything he throws when it's down, like I said, moves.
Mercedes-Benz on the pitch track, located on the web at mbusa.com. Close enough to take a hack on 2-2.
Well, I think Mike Matheny going with Yadier Molina day game after a night game, because last time out with Jaime Garcia, there was Tony Cruz behind the plate, and they feel like Tony Cruz is a very capable big league catcher, but you know, Yadier Molina is a guy that can kind of bring you along throughout the game, has a good idea obviously of what finger to put down, and if things start to head south, he can control the situation.
Worth hits it hard, but as usual in this series, it's right at a St. Louis defender. Matt Carpenter throws him out. 2 down. Let's go inside the numbers, find out why the government and employees choose STG Inc. With Bryce Harper stepping in, 2 hits, 2 walks in this series. And in the first 3 innings of the ball game, he is a thoroughbred, quick out of the gate. 4 of his 7 home runs, 8 of his 14 RBIs. Second in the league in hits with 26 to Sin-Shu Chu of Cincinnati. He is 3rd in extra base hits, 5th in batting average. Hits that ball to left, but Matt Holliday is there. And the Nats go 1-2-3 in the bottom of the first. Steven Strasburg back to the mound quickly. And now the second inning presented by Luna. Call today for the Luna Double and get your second room of flooring free at 877-241-LUNA. Good crowd. Some folks still coming in. Time for Steven Strasburg to settle down. 26 pitch first inning, 15 strikes. Pete Kozma leads off. He's been on base 5 times in this series. 3 hits, 2 walks for the number 8 here. First pitch up. By the way, the Braves swept that doubleheader in Colorado yesterday, and they play again there today. Tim Hudson in a game at 3:10 Eastern time at Coors Field. Good breaking ball by Strasburg. He had Kozma bailing on that.
There's a lot of talk about the temperature in Colorado yesterday at game time, 22 degrees. But when you're going as good as the Braves, it's 75 and sunny where you play every day.
They're in a good place. They're 15-5. Last year, the Nats started the season 14-4. So Washington and the Mets a full 5 games back of Atlanta. Right now, just worry about your own business. The Braves will do what they're going to do, and the Nats need to turn some things around. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Serious jamage right there. Anthony Rendon over to Tyler Moore for the out. Strasburg now 3 ground ball outs, and he'll face the opposing pitcher, who's a good hitter, Jaime Garcia.
When you have a little bit of a scuffle as a ball club, and I guess if 10-10 playing 500 is a scuffle, so be it. You have to really fight that here we go again mentality when the other team drops a few runs on you early.
Jaime Garcia 0 for 7 this year, but he's a 159 career hitter with 2 home runs. Hit a home run last year, early October, against Bronson Arroyo, who will pitch here tomorrow. Arroyo 2-1, Gio 1-1 for the Nats. 7 o'clock tomorrow night. That's outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. In the air, Rendon. This will be close near the barrier, and it's just unreachable. In fact, the Reds are playing this afternoon, but they're rain delayed at home against the Cubs. Target is in. Got him on the hands, but not reachable.
Well, to me, it looks like Jaime Garcia right here is in swing mode. I mean, you hate to speak somebody's bat up with a changeup right now, but he's swinging, and if he sees fastball, you throw changeup, you got him.
Made an offer, no swing, says Corey Blazer down at third.
Just a hair down to where Garcia saw location and not pitch, and checked his swing. Did he go? That's a long way right there.
Yeah.
And that was the changeup from Strasburg.
Swing and a miss. 98 away. That's as hard as we've seen Strasburg throw a fastball this season.
He's tighter all the foul balls down the left field line. He said, I'm done with this. I'm going to reach back fastball at 98. Thanks for coming.
2 outs, bases empty. He's retired 4 consecutive batters. At least he should have. The fielder's choice. The hitter wasn't retired, but basically Steven has gotten 4 guys in a row. 3 of them on ground balls, and here's Matt Carpenter, who dumped that double down the left field side first time. Feeling pretty good about his fastball, it appears.
I'm feeling pretty good about pitching out of the windup.
There's that changeup at 88. 2-1. By the way, the Nationals giving up 2 earned runs last night. Got their staff ERA finally under that 4 per game mark. They're at 3.99. Last year, it took until the end of April for the staff ERA to get above 2 runs a game. That's how hot they were a year ago out of the gate.
If you remember his last start, I believe the leadoff man was on for the first 5 innings he pitched. Immediately out of the stretch, he never really got into a groove.
In the air, deep to right center. Span watching it, and he can't get it. Matt Carpenter heading for third. He'll stop. And they've got him beyond the bag. He had his mind made up to go to third, but for some reason with 2 outs, he changed his mind. Probably had a better chance of continuing than he did coming back. Jason Worth backing up beautifully. And here comes Tyler Moore, bottom of the second.
Outs took a big turn around second base. Second double of the day for Carpenter, so he's seeing Steven Strasburg big. Denard Span with a jump up to the wall just misses this. I don't know if that chain link had anything to do with it, but Jason Worth does a nice job of hitting the cutoff man. And Danny Espinosa right where he's supposed to be. And Ian Desmond puts the throw right on the money. And right here, Carpenter's thinking 3, and I think he had a little stumble around second base.
Oops.
And that was why he shut it down and went back to the base. But I think he would have been out at third as well.
That was a long relay throw from Worth to Desmond. So the Nats are out of the inning. Here comes Tyler Moore. He's never faced Jaime Garcia. Three for 19 this year. But as a starter, we showed you that graphic during the lineup. 3 for 10 when he starts the game. That ball high in the air, heading for the seats right field side.
And if you're a Nats hitter today, we're thinking one word, and that's elevate. Jaime Garcia down in the zone, take it. Something a belt high or above, eyes light up, let it rip.
Tyler Moore, like Bryce Harper, getting close to celebrating his 1-year anniversary in the big leagues. Called up April 29th last year when the Nats were at Dodger Stadium. Mark DeRosa went on the DL. And Tyler had a single to right center, his second at bat.
Where do you get somebody for their first anniversary in the big leagues? What's the gift? With paper or something like that?
Batting gloves.
China?
Give them a baseball. Have them sign it, put number 1 on it, and give them a nice holder for their mantle. But, you know, we've joked about this on many occasions. It's the most uncelebrated call-up in the history of baseball because it was the day after Bryce.
Under the radar.
No kidding. That's a nasty breaking ball on a 1-2 pitch. Garcia 4 in a row to start the game. Single game tickets are still on sale. 4 more games on this homestand. The Reds will be here tomorrow for 4. And some of them start at just $10. Go to nationals.com/tickets and bring your red to the ballpark with that attitude and get this thing turned around. You might have noticed in the lineup today some things switched around. More in the 4th spot. And then behind Ian Desmond, Danny Espinosa, not Anthony Rendon today. Desmond in the series 1 for 8 with an RBI. He's 4 for 10 career against the 26-year-old left-hander Jaime Garcia. Shows bunt. That's a bouncer. Carpenter on the move in from third. Garcia originally drafted by the Orioles back in 04. St. Louis, that was the 30th round. St. Louis took him a year later in the 22nd round. He's out of Mission, Texas. Let's go inside the numbers with STG Inc. So as his velocity has gone down a bit, so has the opponent's batting average. Does that mean his fastball's moving a whole lot more?
It does. It must.
Desmond with a bunt, right side. He is safe with a base hit.
You know, I like the fact that he squared around early in the count, trying to get his ball club going, trying to get on base any way he can. And usually when you show it early, you don't show it throughout the course of the at-bat, or do it, but Desmond with a perfect bunt right here. Garcia put that one in your pocket. Ian Desmond, base hit bunt, first hit of the day for the Nats, and there goes a no-hitter.
And you might have noticed that Garcia falls off to the third base side after every delivery, and that gave Ian a pretty nice lane over there to roll that bunt. Here's Danny Espinosa. Maybe Garcia is what Danny needs to see. He's 4 for 9 career against him. Desmond running. They got him picked off. Safe! Got in under the tag of Pete Kozma, who can't believe the call from Jim Wolf. And FP, we've talked about this over the years. Usually when the ball beats you, they call you out, but Jim Wolf took a nice close look at that.
Well, it's a good lesson for young players at home. If you go first move off a lefty, there's no percentage of getting into a rundown. Just go all the way. Try to get into the throwing lane, get inside like Ian Desmond did right there. You see him run on the grass and make them make a play on you. And you look, it's a good call. His foot just got in there.
Then he had to tiptoe to stay on.
Ian Desmond on a mission early in this game. I like it.
Going to take this game by the neck with some small ball here.
So when you do get picked off, you run into the opponent's glove. That gets into the throwing lane. Look at Ian Desmond right here running into Pete Kozma's glove. And the reason you do that is you're hoping the ball hits you in the back, or you're hoping that he doesn't see the baseball coming over your shoulder.
But you don't throw your hands up in the air like Brandon Phillips did 2 weeks ago. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
On a play at home. Fastball up. Espinosa was pumping. Danny looking for his 4th RBI. In this series, he's 1 for 7. And from the right side of the plate, he's only had 8 at-bats this year with a hit. Important to get on the board, keep Garcia on the stretch for a while, and start putting some pressure on the St. Louis staff. After 2 nights of rockets with Miller and Wainwright, today the softer stuff of left-hander Garcia. Off-speed pitch, Espinosa high in the air, right center. That ball heading near the scoreboard, and it's caught by Shane Robinson. Desmond to third, 2 outs.
Boy, in another month, that ball's about 8 rows deep in right center field. When this place heats up, that's the runway, right center field. And I thought Espinosa got him right here. Had the sound. And that's where the ball travels in Nationals Park, right there. And you look at Robinson going back, making the play. Ian Desmond scrambling back to second to tag up to advance to third with 2 outs. But that's kind of how it's gone in the series for the Nationals. Well-hit balls being caught.
Yeah, they've been oh so close on a number of occasions. So here's Anthony Rendon looking for his 2nd big league hit and RBI.
It's a good matchup for Rendon. He likes to go the other way. Garcia likes to turn the ball over on the outer half.
Mission, Texas versus Richmond, Texas right here. That's on the inside corner, right near his hands.
I think to your point about getting on the board, Jaime Garcia is a guy who historically, when things start to go south, he has trouble putting the wheels back on. So you tack a run on here, a run on there, you start getting evil thoughts in his mind, and you never know what happens.
Yeah, that wasn't a typical location for a changeup to a right-hander, inner edge. But he had Rendon's timing off, and now the count's even 2-2. In this series, Anthony 1 for 7 as a big league hitter, 1 for 11. Off on top of it, way out ahead of it, and the Nats are done. Garcia 2 scoreless innings on 1 hit. It's a bunt, and the Cards lead the Nats 3-0. Ready to take on Alan Craig, Matt Holliday, and Carlos Beltran. PNC Bank for the achiever in you. Nathan Carnes was in spring training with the Nats. Had a chance to visit with him a bit. 12th rounder from 09. Last year he was 11-4 at Hagerstown and Potomac. He's at AA now, Eastern League Pitcher of the Week.
Look at that game against Altoona. 7 innings pitched, 2 hits, 13 Ks, 1 walk. That's carving.
The Altoona Curve he set down there. I love those minor league names. Let's go inside the numbers again with our friends, government and employees at STG Inc. So against the changeup last year, wow, nobody hitting it, nobody slugging it. Even better than last year's good numbers. And a strike on the corner to Alan Craig, Strasburg's 41st pitch of the day. Alan Craig struck out swinging when Steven busted him down and in first time up. Look at that breaking ball to the outside corner.
I haven't seen too many of those so far in this game from Strasburg. Second time around going to the curveball, and it looks good.
Then he goes on another hook, and Alan Craig becomes Strasburg's 3rd strikeout victim. Craig twice.
Check out the last curveball. I mean, you drop a couple in there as a hitter, you see the rotation. You have to commit. So a 3-pitch see you later on 3 hammers from Steven Strasburg.
Nissan on the pitch track. ChooseNissan.com. Great offers on our most innovative lineup ever. Here's Matt Holliday. Base hit to right field, his first time. So in this series, he's 3 for 8. Hot shot. Desmond on the backhand side. Guns it to Moore. 2 outs.
A tough test right there for Ian Desmond. Bullet to the backhand, stayed soft, stood tall, and watched the cannon. It's not easy when a ball's hit that hard to your backhand, but he caught it in the web and set and threw a 4-seamer right on the money. Showing off the hose.
Carlos Beltran. Strasburg walked him to load the bases prior to Yadier Molina's 2-run bloop single down the line and right. I like Stevens' work rate right now, FP. He's getting the ball back from Solano. And it's amazing the night and day difference when guys are off the full windup.
He's got a good feel for the off speed all of a sudden. 1-0 changeup, now a 1-1 fastball, 95 down. 3 good curveballs to Alan Craig, and that was a good curveball to Matt Holliday to get the ground ball. So getting a feel for the secondary pitches here in the third.
4 ground ball out so far, and a 1-2 to Beltran. Defensive swing to stay alive. Popped him up. Danny Espinosa, sun blazing off his shades there. And a 1-2-3 on a 10-pitch inning by Steven Strasburg, who will bat straight ahead. Park today, beautiful day, 70 degrees at game time. Solano, Strasburg, and Span against Jaime Garcia in the bottom of the third. Switch to 100% fiber optic Verizon Fios. Supercharge your internet speeds. And we check in on 27-year-old Jonathan Solano. He'll be 28 in August. And of course his younger brother Donovan, the second baseman for the Marlins, got called up May 29th last year at Miami, and that very day got his first major league hit with a 9th inning pinch hit double to right. Hit his first homer 2 weeks later at Toronto against Henderson Alvarez in the 8th inning as the Nats swept that series from the Blue Jays. So he hit .314 in 12 games in his big league debut last year.
Seems like he always made something happen. .306, 2 home runs. Energy behind the plate. Controls the game well back there, keeps it moving along nice. Pretty good inside out swing, goes the other way well.
And of course, called up on April 14th this year when Wilson Ramos went on the DL. Solano robbed by Descalso, who finishes that playoff with a good throw. How many balls have the Nats hit hard in this series into St. Louis leather?
And pretty good play by Descalso, diving up the middle. Good swing by Solano. Hit the ball right on the nose. And watch the first step quickness by Descalso. A couple steps and a dive. Knows he's got a little bit of time. And that was not an easy hop. A little in-between job there and a dive to the backhand. Still made the play.
Steven Strasburg 1 for 6 this year with the bat. And we all know how he can hit. 190 career. He hit 277 last year. Garcia's got a really good changeup and a good breaking ball going today. He's got a lot of guys off balance. Strasburg sharply right at Descalso. First time through the order, the Nats go 1 for 9 with a bunt base hit. And Denard Span coming up. A reminder that Natitude Flex Pack still available. Pick 4 games, get a 5th one free. Check it out, nationals.com/flex. Reds in tomorrow night. Gio and Bronson Arroyo. Jordan Zimmerman, Homer Bailey Friday night. Dan Herron, Mike Leake for the 1 o'clock Fox game on Saturday. And then Ross Detweiler back in against Tony Cingrani. Battle of good young lefties on Sunday. I know Gio's itching to get that ERA down from where it is right now. We'll unleash him tomorrow night. And the road trip doesn't get any easier. 4 days in Atlanta, 3 at Pittsburgh, where the Nats have always had problems with the battling Buccos.
Pirates playing some good baseball.
Yeah, they're 11-9. 4 teams in the Central have 11 wins or more. Span guides it up the middle. Look at that. Garcia right down around his spikes. And that is a 9-pitch inning for him. Navy Yard right up river. 2-0. Press now. 16 daily departures between D.C. and the Upper West Side of New York. Book now at Amtrak.com. Matt Carpenter, a couple of doubles. He has scored a run. He's been a thorn in the Nats' side with some extra base hits, but Steven Strasburg has really turned his day around.
Well, he's getting into that groove and that rhythm we were talking about. It might have started with this double play, 5-3 unassisted from Anthony Rendon, but not that he's having problems out of the stretch. I don't want to say that, but he hasn't had a chance to find his rhythm in the windup to where when he goes to the stretch, he's okay. You see the success he's had last inning with the secondary pitches, his curveball changeup, very crisp. And I think he's finally starting to find a groove in this ballgame.
Yadier Molina takes a strike. 4th inning underway. Molina, the big hit of the day, 2-run single. He's driven in 3 runs in this series. Steven came front door with a breaking ball there, and it stayed inside, 1-1. Well, Jim Joyce waited a second and called it a perfect strike on the outside corner.
Well, the curveball's been good. He started that one right down the middle, broke it down away. And change up right there. Tons of late movement all over it. 89-mile-an-hour changeup, and that's the one that he two-seams, gets inside of. And has all that late movement. Watch the movement right here late. And that might as well be a left-handed slider at 89.
Just threw him another one. So Molina's still waiting to see a heater here.
Yeah, fastballs early, but the story of the last 2 innings has been the off-speed. And see, that's a good pitch to me with 2 strikes. You throw that two-seamer in, you move his feet. There's been a lot of comfortable swings in this series, and it sets up anything you want in the outer half. Whether it's a fastball or a curve, set up the pitch away right here.
Big curveball. Molina had to go up and get that. That'll reach the seats. Nice play. Another breaking ball. Molina pops it to center, and Denard Span just about 20 feet to his right.
Now sitting down in the big boy seats for a Fox game a couple of weeks ago, and Steven Strasburg was pitching right there in the front row. And you know, something I have never really noticed being way up here in the booth is his mound presence. When he's standing on the mound and how big he is looking into that strike zone right before he delivers a pitch. And he's just standing there. It's pretty intimidating when you're down at that level, and to see the velocity of his fastball. And when you talk about mound presence as a pitcher, carrying yourself in confidence on the hill and never let the other team see you sweat. I had an interesting conversation with Al Hrabowski today, the mad Hungarian who does the color for the Cardinals, and talking about how he used to watch pitchers when Willie Stargell came to the plate and how they used to kind of crumble on the mound.
That ball driven right at Jason Worth. 2 outs.
And he could see pitchers that were scared of facing Willie Stargell. So he said, you know what? I'm never going to let him see me sweat. And that's how he got the routine, to where he rubbed up the baseball behind the mound, slapped it into his glove, came up on the mound, and became the mad Hungarian. But when you're talking about body language and presence, I think Steven Strasburg has that. Just merely standing on the mound and knowing that he's got 3+ pitches and he throws upper 90s.
He's retired 7 of the last 8 Cardinals. Shane Robinson's checking in. And that'll back up Danny Espinosa a bit. And Steven Strasburg is on full display right now. 9 out of 10 since the first inning. Jason Worth to lead off. And two of them are in the lead right there, have not won a race yet, and there's Abe running fourth. Abe Lincoln is the disappointment of the season so far in the Geico President's race. He's always been the best closer, but he hasn't been able to close anything.
I think Taft is the biggest disappointment. Look at that guy, out of shape. Hasn't done anything all year. Hey, Taft, this is the big leagues. Mix in a crunch or two, or maybe a CrossFit class. You finish last every day. He's tired.
Yeah, he's not Usain Taft so far in this one. Come on. 3 presidents without a W. Worth, Harper, Moore, bottom of the 4th inning. Jason hit the ball sharply first time to Matt Carpenter down at 3rd. The Nats have hit the ball on the button several times today. This whole thing is really getting frustrating. They've scored in 1 of their last 32 innings at the plate. A 2-run frame here on Monday night in the 4th in a 3-2 loss. Worth locked up, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Garcia turning one over on him.
Well, they're hitting 201 in day games this year as a team, but they're also hitting 284 against left-handed starters. So you'd think, Rick Eckstein would think that something's got to give here today. Probably too much thinking. That's a problem.
2 balls, 2 strikes. And I had a few people look at me today at the ballpark around the yard and say, is our team missing Ryan Zimmerman more than we thought it would? And all I could say was possibly.
And then quit looking at me.
Yeah. Looking to us for answers. Don't look here. We're just reporting what's happening, and that's Cosma throwing out Worth. See your authorized Dodge dealer. Experience a world of performance, design, and fuel efficiency. Schedule a test drive or drop on to lawdodge.com. First 9 games, offense was clicking. On base percentage, slugging, the home runs, and look at that, last 11 games, just over half the home runs of the first 9.
Well, every team's going to go through an 11-game scuffle as an offense. It's going to happen. It's just happening early here to the Nationals, and that's going to change. I have no doubt in my mind.
6 in a row for Garcia since the Desmond single. Bryce Harper fly deep to left first time up. He's 2 for 7 in the series with 2 walks. Bryce Harper, the one guy who just kind of keeps perking along. So 4 of his 7 homers here, 8 of his 14 RBIs. Oh, that's a breaking ball that ends up over his helmet.
That's just an overthrow right there. You're thinking to yourself, this is Bryce Harper. He's hitting 361, 7 home runs. I'm going to throw the greatest curveball I've ever thrown in my life. And that's what happens when you try to throw it too hard. See Bryce get his bat down right there? Wow.
Yeah.
It's good stuff. A lot of guys leave their bat up, and sometimes you get a foul ball or actually put the ball into play. Smart. Trying to quick pitch Bryce right there.
Yeah, Bryce stepped out. Now Jim Joyce makes sure he slows down Garcia. Bryce 1 for 4 career with a homer against this lefty. Nats haven't hit a homer since Saturday in New York. And of course that was Bryce. He gets jammed on that one. 3 hopper right to Daniel Descalso. 2 outs. Switch to 100% fiber optic Verizon Fios. Supercharge your internet speeds. So Gio Arroyo tomorrow, Zimmerman Bailey Friday, Heron Leak Saturday, Detweiler Cingrani on Sunday, and then the Nats open up a 4-game series at Turner Field Monday night. And of course that would be Steven Strasburg opening up that series. Probably against Tim Hudson, who's pitching for the Braves today.
Yeah, watching Garcia so far in this game, it's nothing like Adam Wainwright was last night, to where he just had all 4 pitches. He's given you a pitch to hit every at bat. He's leaving something up out over the plate. It's just a matter if you get that mistake or not, because he's also making some good pitches down the way, like that one to Tyler Moore, but he's left a few out over to hit.
Tyler struck out swinging, off-speed pitch in the dirt first time up. So he might be aggressive here, not wanting things to get to 2 strikes. He takes a big-time hack, and that's into the left field corner. Tyler Moore's 4th hit of the year. And 3 of those now for extra bases, all doubles.
He can hit. And this is what I'm talking about. This pitch up from Garcia. He wants it down the way. It's up and in. You see the location mistake, about a 2-glove miss right there, and Tyler Moore all over it. So Garcia making a lot of good pitches, but he's also leaving some pitches out over the plate and missing his spot. Tyler Moore taking advantage right there with a 2-out double.
Here's Ian Desmond looking to drive the ball now with 2 outs to get the Nats on the board. And Garcia just turns it over, fades it away at 82. It's a great pitch to a notorious first pitch fastball swinger. Ian 5 of 11 against Garcia career with that base hit today.
And change up 83 miles an hour up. Not where he wanted it.
Wow, 85 he tried to paint away, just missed. 1-2.
We saw Yadier Molina hop inside and at the last second bounce to the outer half. He's trying to either confuse the runner at second base or maybe make the hitter feel that they're coming in. You can feel that when you're in the batter's box. The movement back there by the catcher.
Desmond pulls it, and Carpenter will throw him out. The Nats unable to get any hits put together lately. And here at beautiful Nationals Park, it's on to the 5th inning on a gorgeous day. St. Louis by 3. Come and gone here at Nationals Park. And it's on to the 5th inning. Cosma, Garcia, Carpenter. Slots, tables, and dining, the ultimate triple play. Hollywood Casino at Charlestown Races. Guys with the highest strikeouts per 9-inning totals since Strasburg's debut date in 2010. Better than you, Darvish, Tyler Clippard, Johnny Venters, Brandon Beachy.
You know what that is right there? Future play-by-play guys of America. It's a Broadcasters Association meeting right there.
You know what? I would give you credit for that if you hadn't stolen that line from me during the break.
That's a Bob Carpenter fan club right there. You're looking at it, folks.
Oh, my gosh. Where are the scorebooks? Come on. 5th inning. Strasburg is on quite a roll here. He's retired 9 of the last 10. St. Louis Cardinals facing Pete Rose Cosma. In this series, 3 for 6, 2 walks. Good breaking ball. He's really thrown some great hooks to right-handed batters today. We're going to find out who those guys are.
I told you. Make stuff up.
My pocket protector wore out years ago. I want you to know that. Two balls, 2 strikes. He goes with the heat. Rendon aggressively on the short hop. He's a good-looking defensive and swinging young third baseman. We'll look forward to seeing more of him. That was a nice play, and here comes Garcia.
He's been nice down there at third, and made an error in judgment earlier in the game, and it cost him an error. But everything else you see from him, very smooth. He plays the game effortless. It looks like his swing is smooth. His defense is smooth.
Jaime Garcia struck out swinging first time. You might remember Strasburg threw him some off-speed stuff and then said, okay, that's it. Blew him away with the fastball up and away. Bottom of the order, he's going with the gas.
But that had change-up action to it. 96 miles an hour. Bottom dropped out of that two-seamer from Strasburg. Definitely finding that rhythm. He's locked it in after a shaky first. When I say shaky, there's a couple bloopers in there. It's not like they hit the cover off the baseball.
Strasburg just 3 strikeouts today. Alan Craig twice, and this hitter once. Top of the order in a moment for 27-year-old infielder Matt Carpenter. Garcia taking some active hacks here. He may be about to see something with a lot of hook on it.
He struck out his first time up on a reach back 98 from Strasburg. Threw it by him.
Yeah, there's a hook in the dirt. Good block by Solano. He'll step out into a throwing lane, 2 down. Another strikeout, 4 for Strasburg today. That's $37 more to the Children's Inn at the National Institutes of Health. That happens every time an Nat pitcher gets a strikeout. And that again this year is thanks to the generosity of our DC area Toyota dealers. Matt Carpenter, 2 doubles today. He's 3 for 10 in the series. Been on base 4 times. Scored a run, and then last time he stopped his trip between second and third, and the Nats threw in behind him and picked him off. First pitch, breaking ball. The other thing Stevens done, other than retiring 11 of the last 12, he's turned around his day in terms of that pitch count. He had 26 pitches in the first inning, 42 in the first 2, and now he's working in the mid-70s range a full 3 innings later. So he's given himself a chance to be around for a while.
He's turned his day around, period. The secondary pitches, curveball, changeup combo, been filthy here since the first. Fastball location also better, 77 pitches, 52 for strikes.
A little fly ball to right field for Jason Worth. Steven Strasburg, 3 consecutive in-order innings. Espinosa, Rendon, Solano coming up.
Turn on Masson to watch the Mid-Atlantic Sports Report, and Bob Carpenter sat down with Lance Lynn and Drew Storm today, 2 high school teammates, for an amazing interview.
Obviously, a lot of people at home follow Lance a little bit more than me because that's the hometown team a little bit more, and you know, Lance is the guy. So it was fun to face him, and you know, it's pretty crazy just to think that you know, we go from playing on the same high school team to pitching against each other in the playoffs, and something I don't think that either of us really would have expected.
We had a blast for about 4 minutes today doing that. They played against each other in Little League, high school teammates, and when Lance was a senior and Drew was a sophomore, they were undefeated. The two of them and the team, they won the state championship.
They should be. One throws 95, the other one throws 98. If they lost, their coach should have been fired.
And on days when they didn't pitch, they each played first base. And Drew Storm said Lance Lynn, at what's now a minor league ballpark in South Bend, Indiana, hit a ball over the fence and almost took the steeple off a church one day. It'll be a lot of fun. Hope you can catch it on the Mid-Atlantic Sports Report.
I'll be checking it out with all your buddies sitting down the right field line.
Yeah, they'll be taking notes. Danny Espinosa jammed, fouls one off to the right side. 1 ball, 1 strike, bottom of the 5th underway, with 6, 7, and 8, Rendon, Solano to follow. Drew Storm estimated as a high school freshman he was about 5'9", 148. But boy, could he throw. 1 ball, 1 strike. Drew also told me a lot of kids in Indiana play basketball and baseball because it's such a, you know, basketball mad state. But he said about his 2nd year in high school, they got a new coach, and he said, baseball only, boys. That put an end to Lance Lynn and Drew Storm's basketball career.
Yeah, the coach probably wanted him to pass and play defense, so he said, forget that, I'm going to play baseball.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Good idea of Danny on the breaking ball, and the count's even. This is the 23rd inning of this series. In only 5 innings have the Nats had more than 1 base runner. Espinosa, close take, ball 3. Garcia hasn't walked anybody. He's given the Nats 2 hits. He's only struck out 2. Averaging 14 pitches per inning. And Espinosa is going to be called out on a fastball right under his hands.
That did not look like a strike to Danny Espinosa, shaking his head, walking away. We'll check it out on the replay. Looked like it was into me as well. Let's see where it was. That's way inside.
Oh, my.
Not even close.
That hurts when you're desperate for base runners and a guy misses by about 3 baseballs off the edge. Strike 3. Here's Rendon. One ball and 2 strikes. Ouch. Not that Garcia pounds you inside that much, but he just moves the ball around so much. So here's some wishful thinking right now. When the Nats win and score 7 or more, you get 50% off regular menu price online orders at Papa John's. Participating DC, Maryland, and Northern Virginia locations. Promo code NATS50. Better ingredients, better pizza. Papa John's. It's the official pizza of the Nats.
Pretty good at-bat working right here for Anthony Rendon, looking to finish it off with a knock. Good 2-strike fight.
Jonathan Solano hit the ball hard first time. Ground ball to second. Robbed of a hit by Descalso. And Rendon leans back. It's 2-2.
That pitch was better than the one Espinosa struck out on.
Rendon drives it to center, but it's right at Shane Robinson.
Pretty good at bat right there from a young player in his first week in the big leagues. Fouled off a bunch of tough pitches. You get an idea of his knowledge of the strike zone. And all good hitters that are tough outs are able to foul off that borderline pitch with 2 strikes to get something better, and nothing to show from a good at bat by Anthony Rendon.
Jonathan Solano 0 for 2 on the season. He's an aggressive hitter. And that's a 2-hopper to Pete Kozma. The Nats are silent with the bats, and they've got 12 outs with which to work today. Wilson, brought to you by PNC Bank, for the achiever in you, by your local BMW Center, and by Outback Steakhouse. It's always fresh in the Outback.
It's a great shot of Old Faithful right there.
Well, just beyond the south lawn of the White House on a beautiful Washington, D.C. April afternoon. So mix that together with some Head and Shoulders, and you've got our whiff feature, as Stephen Strasburg has been setting down some Redbirds today.
Well, I think this might be where he turned his day around. Alan Craig leading off the third inning, and it was a 3-pitch see you later, but 3 pitches right to where he wanted him. Location great. First pitch fastball, 2-seamer on the black, runs it back to hit the corner, then a get-me-over curveball. Craig taken. He didn't think it was a strike, but because Jim Joyce called it, he had to commit to the third one. Nice sequence right there, and everything from Strasburg since that point has been to a location. He's got his rhythm, and the off-speed has been great.
First pitch fastball. Alan Craig takes a strike, top of the 6th. 79th pitch, 54 strikes. And that breaking ball has been so good today. St. Louis box scored pretty much all their offense in the first inning. Carpenter's double, hits by Holiday and Molina around the Beltran walk, and a fielder's choice ground ball by Daniel Descalso, on which Anthony Rendon made an error. Shows him the fastball, up and away. Look at that changeup. Right under the bat of the right-handed hitter. 5 Ks today. MBUSA.com, Mercedes-Benz on the pitch track.
I mean, you're driving to the ballpark this morning, you're thinking, well, if Stephen Strasburg has all 3 pitches going, and you're thinking he might after his last start, it's going to be a rough day for the Cardinals. And minus the first inning, he has. And the fastball command's been great. The curveball has been where he wants it when he wants it. And the changeup right there, it's just not fair.
Here's Holiday. First pitch breaking ball. Matt Holliday scoots it right past the second base bag. St. Louis, first hit since Carpenter in the second. So Strasburg had retired 13 of the last 14 hitters.
Yeah, first pitch curveball. Watch Holliday stay on this. He's staying through it up the middle. Out in front, but he kept his hands back nicely for the base hit.
Matt Holliday, 4 for make it 12 now. 4 for 12 in this series. That'll bring in Carlos Beltran, and he'll fly one deep to center. Span in front of the track. No problem. 2 outs. And now we're noticing FP. Good hitters are swinging early in the count. They don't want to get anywhere near 2 strikes against Steven right now.
Yeah, nothing to wait around for, right?
So he's at 84 pitches. Only 6 in this inning. And he'll face Yadier Molina. Molina, though, one of those guys who can go to 2 strikes and still hurt you. His contact over the years has been impressive. Last year, Molina only struck out 55 times in 505 at-bats.
And a couple reasons why. Number 1, he's aggressive. Usually seals the deal in the at-bat in the first 2 or 3 pitches. Number 2, he stays inside the ball so well that there's really no holes in his swing. And if you keep your hands inside, you're not susceptible to the inside pitch. You stay on the off-speed stuff. That's why he's a tough out. It's a great approach to hitting.
Yeah, using the field. When this guy was about 18 and in the minor leagues, I remember Tony La Russa saying, we've got a guy in the minor leagues who could catch in the big leagues right now. He's become a good hitter. That ball jacked to right center. Span will run it down, and Stephen Strasburg is having a good day now after a long first inning. He's due to lead off. Only 9 pitches there. There's a patriotic series coming up and a military appreciation day Saturday when the Reds are here. It's presented by SAIC, securing the future for generations to come. Go to nationals.com/tickets and check it out for a patriotic Saturday afternoon here at Nationals Park. You will get Dan Herron and Mike Leake in that matchup. Gio and Bronson Arroyo tomorrow night when the Reds come to town. Nats owe them a couple after losing 2 out of 3 in Cincinnati first week of the season. Steven Strasburg to lead off, bottom of the 6th.
I changed pens on my scorecard, just so you know. They
colors or just pens?
Just pens.
Okay.
See if that works. It's been 19 innings since they've scored a run.
The Nats have scored in 1 of their last 34 innings.
There they are, rally bobs.
My guys. And Strasburg swinging, had 2 on 0-2, stays alive. Nats box score, 2 hits, 1's a bunt, Ian Desmond, followed by a stolen base in the 2nd. 2-out double by Tyler Moore in the 4th. No other base runners. Garcia hasn't walked a hitter. Came into this game with a 2-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio. 3/0 today. Steven got a little buzz in his batting gloves from that inside pitch, but Jim Joyce took his time sweeping off home plate.
Oh, rally lids in the bullpen. I like it.
Strasburg, base hit up the middle. Stevens' 2nd hit of the year in 8 at-bats.
There you go. That knock was because of you two right down there. Tyler Clifford, Ryan Matthews. High five with the rally captain, Steven Strasburg, with another base hit. Hit it hard his first time up to second base. This time stays on that curveball nice, right back up the middle. Leadoff man aboard here in the 6th for the Nats.
And that is the first leadoff man on today. Span will chop it foul. Nats put their leadoff man on twice last night. Suzuki in the 6th, Harper in the 9th. Just looking to put some hits together here. Put some pressure on the Cardinals. Alan Craig playing in front of Strasburg. Have to respect the bunting ability and the speed of Denard Span. That's up the middle, a base hit. Number 9 hitter, number 1 hitter going right through the same spot. And now you've got the big boppers coming up.
I got the pants up too. Tyler Clifford with the rally pants, rally hats.
We don't really want to show that, do we?
Well, it's working. A couple of base hits up the middle. Good swing by Denard Span.
Jason Worth 0 for 2. He's pulled 2 ground balls today.
Phrase I haven't been able to use in a couple of games. Keep the line moving.
Jason in this series 1 for 10. Yadier Molina out in front. Cosma coming in from short to talk over some defense here. 3rd time today the Nats have had a runner as far as second base.
And that's a case where if you're in the Nats bullpen and you have your rally hats on, you stay in the same seat. Joe Kelly getting loose for the Cardinals. You're in the Nats dugout. You're having trouble scoring. You say same seats, everybody. And if you're at home right now and you're watching, you're a Nats fan, same seats. Stay right where you are.
Lance Lynn said Drew Storm didn't like carrying the water bucket when he was a freshman, but as an established major leaguer, doesn't mind serving in the bullpen. Worth, ball one. Changeup, ball two. Well, third time around the order here. Nationals have seen everything that Garcia has today. And Derek Lilliquist, the St. Louis pitching coach, heading to the mound.
This is where Jason Worth needs to keyhole Jaime Garcia and look for one pitch in one spot. You get that pitch, let it fly. If not, just don't try to do too much, but get your pitch in your spot, something you can drive into a gap.
Let's go to August 30th of last year. Nats won the game 8-1. And Jason Worth, batting in the #1 spot that night, took Garcia out of here on a solo. He would have a couple of RBIs in that game. That's interesting because right now Garcia's pitched 5 innings. That night they knocked him out after 5 1/3. He'd also given up a home run to Bryce Harper.
He's got his jacket on backwards. I like it.
2-0 to Worth, and a little tapper right off the end of the bat. Garcia with the bare hand. Both runners move up, 1 out.
Well, not what Jason Worth had in mind right there. Down by 3 runs, bottom of the 6th, but a productive out. Rally Gatorade too. Why not? Drew Storen going.
I love the towel over the left arm there.
Mater D right now down there. I like it. When you're struggling as a team offensively, you'll do anything to change it up.
Well, hopefully the next course of this meal will be a run or two. And here's Harper, 0 for 2. Fly ball to left, ground ball to second. Bryce in his career against this pitcher, 1 for 5. That hit, a home run. He's been amazing in situations like this. That homer was last year, the same game Worth homered. Worth a leadoff walk in the first. Bryce took him right field. Lays off the breaking ball.
Yeah, Mike Matheny has Pete Cosmo playing him right up the middle. Kind of a modified shift right here on the infield. And if you've seen Bryce Harper all season long, when he's facing lefties, let the ball get deep and go the other way. And a simple ground ball to where the shortstop usually stands is 2 runs right here.
3-0 St. Louis, bottom of the 6th, second and third, 1 out. Harper up the middle. It's an RBI. They'll have to hurry, and Craig digs it out. 3-1 ball game. Bryce Harper's 15th ribby of the year. Third base for Span, 2 outs.
Oh, goodness. They've taken it to a whole new level down there. It was good for a run. Ryan Matthews has his rally earphones on, and Bryce Harper does a nice job of getting the Nats' first run in 19+ innings across the plate.
Tyler Moore cracked one down the left field line first time. Seventh inning, and Matt Carpenter is guarding the line at third. He doesn't want another extra base hit to sneak by him. He was playing more to pull first time when Tyler hit it by him, but he wasn't that close to the line. One-0 pitch. Perfect on the corner. Mercedes will track it.
Yeah, slider, maybe a cut fastball, backdoor variety, just, and I mean just, gets the corner.
Yeah, maybe by a seam.
Yeah, that's just for effect right there. 89-mile-an-hour cutter. Move him off the plate. Maybe go back away right here. If you remember last time, Tyler Moore hit a cut fastball out over the plate down the left field corner.
Garcia's given up 2 home runs this year in 28 innings. Three and one.
Good take, 2-1 changeup. You're geared for the fastball. Never really teased the strike zone enough to get a swing. I feel like Tyler Moore is looking to do some serious damage here in a 3-1 count.
He'll take the walk, and Ian Desmond will be the hitter. First walk by Garcia today.
This is a good at-bat. You know, don't force the issue. You don't get anything to hit. Keep the line moving. Trust the guy behind you. That's what this ball club did so well last year. Ultimate confidence in the next guy, to where you felt like you didn't have to force the issue if they weren't going to let you.
6th inning has not been kind to Jaime Garcia in this ballpark. Knocked out August of last year. Today, knocked out on the 24th of April. This call to the bullpen is packaged by the UPS store. We love logistics. Ian Desmond coming up. Beautiful day at Nationals Park. The Nats are on the board now. They need a crooked number up there to get right back in this one. Right-hander Joe Kelly pitched a scoreless 7th inning here on Monday night. He got Ian Desmond on a ground ball in the 7th. Got Rendon, gave up a base hit to Espinosa. Walked Suzuki, but another one of these St. Louis arms, Zekview, who can bring it.
Yeah, fastball averaging 95 miles an hour. Slider, curve, change to go with it. Hasn't thrown the curveball that much this year, but likes the change in the mid-80s. Ian Desmond, right-handed hitter, probably see fastball, slider from Kelly.
Ian today a bunt hit, stolen base in 2 trips. And the other night, that was the first time he'd ever faced this right-hander. Tying run at first base. 2 outs, bottom 6. I mean, the St. Louis outfield is playing deep.
They're tying run on second base late. And they're playing no doubles right now.
Just saw Shane Robinson checking the sun, which is right in his eyes, coming up from behind the press box here. In the dirt, picked by Molina on a hop.
I guess if you got a gold glove, you don't need to block it. Gold is gold. Just a little backhand pick by Yadier Molina with a runner on third base. I got that.
Yeah. Plus those platinum gloves we talked about last night. He's amazing. His pitcher knows he can throw any pitch in the dirt and be okay. That is nasty. 96 on the outside edge.
Ian Desmond didn't like it. And I've seen more frustration from Ian Desmond this year in the batter's box on called strikes than I've seen in a long time. He thought that ball was down.
Way outside, ball 2.
And that's been the book. Sliders away, fastballs away to Ian Desmond for about a week now.
Good speed at third and Denard Span. Tyler Moore, first base. He's been on twice today. And even that, everything away.
And as soon as he locks it in and reaches out there and drives a few pitches to right center field, he'll get the ball back close to him. But right now, just kind of a pull swing to an outside pitch. Thinking about maybe the left side. And he's such a good opposite field hitter. It's only a matter of time before he gets one out there and drives it the other way.
2 balls and 2 strikes. Target away. Runner goes at first. Desmond out of play, right side.
Who would think Tyler Moore would go in a 2-2 count right there? Trent Jewett, Davey Johnson thinking let's ambush Yadier Molina, and Joe Kelly had a great jump. Not waiting around to a 3-2 count. Tried to ambush him right there. 2-2.
3 for 3 in his rookie year last year, stealing bags. Way inside, nearly hit him.
Needless to say, this pitch is huge in this baseball game.
Nats down by 2. The tying run gets a head start at first. Alan Craig's going to hang around the bag as long as he can. And Desmond strikes out on a pitch away. Nats score a run. They leave 2. They've stranded 4. 3-1 game into the 7th. with a base hit to lead off the bottom of the sixth. And he's pitching well. His pitch count in the mid-80s, so he might be around for a while.
Well, I think we're seeing the maturation of Steven Strasburg right now. So it's just one of those things where he's battled today. A little echo in my headset.
You sound good. You look even better.
That's good.
All right. Well, top of the seventh coming up. Strasburg trying to keep the Cardinals at bay right now. And so he will be approaching 90 pitches or so. Leadoff man Daniel Descalso. 0 for 2 with an RBI ground ball. Descalso, Robinson, and Cosma top 7. And Strasburg gets the count. Back even 1-1. Daniel Descalso hit the ball hard last time. Lined out to Worth and right. And some barking from the Nets dugout on that ball 2 call. On the corner, 2-2.
You got to give Steven Strasburg credit, settling down after a rough first inning. You know, he's had 3 losses in a row for the first time in his career, and I think you're seeing a guy that's knows how to handle a little adversity, get back in that strike zone, keep his team in the ball game. And who would have thought, with the way Jaime Garcia was pitching versus Steven Strasburg early, that Strasburg would be the last man standing in this ball game into the 7th.
Yeah, good call. Well, retiring 15 of 17. Mitchell Boggs. Now, he was their closer for a while, but Edward Mujica has that job now. And Mujica has been dominant in the 9th inning of this series. Descalso hanging tough to make contact, staying alive. Steven's second career start against St. Louis, October 2nd of last year. Pardon me, September 2nd. 9 strikeouts, 1 walk, 2 hits in 6 innings.
A lot of fastballs, but I think the best off speed he's had all season, easily.
Yeah, last thing he needs are long matchups now, and that's foul ball number 6 by Daniel Descalso. '26-year-old infielder from Redwood City, California, played at UC Davis, went to the same high school as Eric Burns. 3-2. But they had a lot of baseballs at St. Francis High School in Mountain View, California.
And a lot of uniforms too. Both those guys play out of their uniform. Burns when he was a major leaguer, Descalso the same way, cut from the same old guys that play the game hard, old school baseball players.
Got him looking on a fastball. Strasburg wins a long 13-pitch matchup and gets his 6th strikeout of the day on pitch number 100. Nissan to track it.
I mean, it just goes to show you how important the first inning of every Major League Baseball game is, because after the first, Steven Strasburg has had no-hit stuff. You know, all 3 pitches in the zone, commanding everything. The curveball sharp, the changeup is a A devastating wipeout pitch, and you see the fastball command in the mid to upper 90s. Locking it in big time.
Shane Robinson, ground ball double play, grounded to second. Got him on the front door, 0-2.
In the zone right now.
That tapper, foul. That was interesting. Solano was just waiting for it to trickle over that line on the left side, and it just stayed in the foul part of the batter's box. St. Louis only 5 hits today. Washington 4. Cardinals have had 1 hit since the second. And he is really working inside to these guys. Jeff Nelson says no swing, and the count's even 2-2.
A good trip right here from Jonathan Solano. Knows his right-hander's working hard. 106 pitches as we speak. Got a pretty good battle going on with Shane Robinson. Get on the same page. See what pitch you want to throw here. All the while, buying him a little break. And he throws his 20th pitch of the inning.
That will put away another hitter. Strikeout number 7.
Yeah, we talked early in the game about an ace being an ace and turning things around. And Steven Strasburg right now with some of the best stuff we've seen from him this year. Now fastball in at 96 to a curveball like that. It's a rough go for any big league hitter. He's got it going on right now.
Pete Kozma, 2 outs, bases empty. There's a man who's made a lot of stops around the big leagues. Ty Wigginton, Pirates, Rays, Astros, Orioles, Rockies, and last year with the Phillies. 35-year-old utility guy who can hit for some power, and if the inning continues, he'll hit for Joe Kelly. Pete Kozma 0 for 2 today, but in the series 3 for 7 with 2 walks. Line drive, Tyler Moore. 18 of the last 20 retired by Steven Strasburg. 7th inning stretch is brought to you by Hyundai. Get a move on to your Hyundai dealer during the Let's Go sales event. Great savings in every new Elantra. But hurry, this event ends April 30th. National League will be here tomorrow night. Bronson Arroyo, he's 2-1, and he's won 126 career games. Gio has a big hook as well. He'll be looking for his second win, and he has a 1-0 career record, only 2 runs in 19 innings against Cincinnati, and that really good lineup of theirs. Coverage begins. Johnny and Ray at the ballpark. Nats Extra 6:30. We'll join you from the booth at 7 o'clock tomorrow night, and Gio will unleash his pitch, his first one of the night, right after 7:05. Something's at stake here today. Last year, the Nats did not spend one day with a losing record. They won 2 out of 3 at Chicago, came home and lost a game, and then they were 500 or better the rest of the way. And you might remember, I said earlier, they got off to a 14-4 start last year. Drew Storen's throwing in the bullpen. Strasburg might be finished for the day. And Danny Espinosa hits a scorcher, but it's right at Pete Kozma. I want to know who these St. Louis advanced scouts are. Every time the Nats hit a ball hard, there's a guy with a red cap and a gray uniform there. There's Drew. 110 pitches, 76 strikes for Steven Strasburg, who was excellent today.
I talked to Drew before the game today. He was talking about maybe not being so fine out there and just coming right at guys. And sometimes you get caught up in hitting a location and pitch into a spot. And he said, you know what, my stuff moves enough to where, hey, I'm just going to grab it and throw it as hard as I can, come right at you and see what happens. And we saw the success the other night in game 1 of this series.
Yeah. Well, when you're 3 outs at a time, you can go pedal to the middle while you're out there. No time to be throwing 3 or 4 different pitches. So let's hope Drew Storen is on the upswing here. Anthony Rendon lined out hard to center last time. I do believe he faced Joe Kelly here Monday night. He did, and he grounded out to second. The Nats want to make something happen this or next inning, or both, and not be behind in the 9th inning and have to face that deadly splitter of Edward Mujica. Every time a Nat hits a homer this year, and there have been 23 of them, $250 to the Children's National Medical Center. It's for a wonderful cause. We need some long balls. Lexus, the pursuit of perfection. And there's one up the middle as Anthony Rendon checks in with his second major league hit. So thanks to our Washington, D.C. Lexus dealers for the home run contributions. And here's Jonathan Solano with 1 on, 1 out.
Nice swing right there. Got on top of an 85-mile-an-hour slider out over the plate. Rode it right back up the middle. Hands inside the baseball. Foot down early. That's just a pretty swing, folks.
Nice job of pulling his hands in there, huh? Hitting the ball hard.
Yep. Well, usually the left-handed swings in Major League Baseball are the pretty ones, but he's got a left-handed swing from the right side. Smooth.
Jonathan Solano, 2 sharply hit ground balls.
Talking to some Cardinals people before this series, Joe Kelly went 15 games without an appearance for Mike Matheny this year. Wow. Matheny said it's like having a Ferrari parked in your garage and not being able to drive it, but he's gotten him some time here in this series. And
1 ball, 1 strike. Tying run in the batter's box. Solano has 1 big league home run. That was last year in Toronto. Target inner half, and he'll get away from that one. 2-1.
That's a good take right there by a young ball player. You know, you see fastball, you recognize it, but you've also seen the two-seam sink on it. You know when it starts in, it's going to move into your hands. He was all systems go, held up his swing, and now he finds himself in a 2-1 count. 1-1 pitch, I think the biggest pitch in baseball for a hitter and a pitcher. 2-1, huge advantage. 1-2, huge disadvantage as a hitter. It looked to me like Rendon was going right there. Had a little lean going. Big time jelly leg right there, getting back to first base. That'll tell you the hit and run was on.
Outfield pretty swung far to the right for Solano on a 2-1. Runner going, base hit. Rendon can cruise to third base. And Jonathan Solano claps his way at first base, checking in with his first hit of the season.
Well, give Trent Jewett some credit right there for leaving the hit and run on after Joe Kelly threw to first base and Anthony Rendon tipped it off. He had a jab step going to second base, got back on the throw. Jewett leaves the hit and run on, and Jonathan Solano comes through with a base hit up the middle. A little first and third, 1 and out. He's pumped up, and so is everybody in that Nationals dugout. That's a nice piece of hitting, folks, by a young player. And it always because he took the 1-1 pitch that was borderline to get into that 2-1 count. Allowed Davey Johnson and Trent Jewett to put the hit and run on. Nice job.
Now a guy hitting .600 as a pinch hitter. Steve Lombardozzi is 3 for 5. Tying runs on base, 7th inning. Lombardozzi doesn't even flinch on that one outside.
Well, you're coming off the bench right now if you're Steve Lombardozzi, hitting .357 on the year. You take a 1-0 changeup to get to a 1-0 fastball. He's thinking heater right now. Nothing to wait around for.
Two and 0. Third base Rendon, first base Solano.
I just love the hit and run. You don't see it very often in Major League Baseball nowadays, but when you go back to last night's game, Alan Craig did a nice job on a 2-0 pitch with Shane Robinson on first to score him with a double on a hit and run. And right there, a well-executed hit and run by the Nationals and Jonathan Solano. Love that play.
Yeah. Strasburg, 7 innings, 3 runs on 5 hits, 1 of them after the second inning. 1 walk, 7 strikeouts. To date, he scored the Nationals' only run today. So here's the number 9 spot, trying to produce for a second consecutive inning. Way outside, 3-0. Cardinals getting a left-hander ready for Span and or Worth, as Joe Kelly struggles here in the 7th inning.
You might take 2 here if you're Steve Lombardozzi. Fill it up. Let's see what Trent Jewett, Davey Johnson do. You can start the runner right here. Solano runs well. I'm not going to say for a catcher. He runs well, period. You got a contact guy up. The only gamble is down by 2. Is Joe Kelly going to give you something to hit right here? And obviously, if it's a ball, you take it ball 4. And that's why you start runners in a 3-1 count. Let's see if they're aggressive like they were 1 hitter ago.
That in mind, they throw in behind Solano.
Have a lean going once again.
So Randy Choate has joined right-hander Mitchell Boggs. Runner goes. Lombardozzi fouls it away. Yeah, I love this play too. At peak, gets all the infielders moving around, guys taking out of their taken out of their normal slots.
And another thing, and a point I want to make, is you can't do the third to first move this year. So as a runner on first base, you're not worried about the double move to where they fake to third, come back to you. So it allows you to get a better jump at first base. And with a contact guy up there and a strike thrower, I think they're going to do it again right here, 3-2.
He's running. Lombardozzi strikes out, and this inning is over. Strike him out, throw him out, double play. With Ant Strand the runner, they've left 5. Yadier Molina guns them out with the best. Of Arlington and Mercedes-Benz of Alexandria. This one goes to the top of the 8th inning. Yadier Molina, the big blow of the day. 2-run bloop single. He just threw out a base runner. Bryce Harper has an RBI. This day, though, story of pitching for Steven Strasburg.
Well, if there's any concerns about Steven Strasburg and the stuff he has, I think he quieted all that today after settling down after a rough first inning where he gave up 3 runs. Just right back into the strike zone. Well-located fastballs, nasty curveballs, and we all know about the wipeout changeup. So all 3 pitches in the strike zone, and all 3 pitches absolutely filthy from Steven Strasburg today.
So Drew Storen, who's used to pitching when the Nats are ahead over the years, trying to get a hold-em situation here, keeps St. Louis at bay in the top of the 8th.
Yeah, a 3-pitch guy. 2-seam fastball, slider, change. Fastball in the mid-90s, and we talked about what he's trying to do out there. Maybe not try to be so fine and just come right at guys. And we mentioned it earlier in the game today about mound presence. It's the same thing we talked about in the clubhouse today, is being that intimidating presence on the mound and coming right at people. And maybe being a little bit wild, and that's okay.
Well, in the 9th inning on Monday night, struck out Pete Kozma, popped up Daniel Descalso, and grounded out Matt Carpenter, who he will face right after John Jay here, who pinch hits for Joe Kelly. Jay is 0 for his last 21. He's been benched for a couple of days. Oh for 3 career against Drew Storen. Fastball away, fouled that way.
And last time out, Drew Storen was so successful, didn't throw the changeup once, and I asked him, did you scrap that pitch? He said, no, I'll save it for a special occasion. But I think you're going to see fastball, slider, maybe a 2-strike changeup to Jay, but he's going with the hard stuff.
Boy, that's close to the inside corner, 2-1. And Drew thought he had a strike.
Yeah, pretty good pitch. Two-seam fastball with a little run back at the end. Didn't get the call.
That ball cracked to center, base hit. John Jay, for him, a badly needed knock. His first in 22 at-bats. That'll bring in Matt Carpenter. This moment in history brought to you by Volkswagen. Springtoberfest event going on now. Visit VWDealer.com. And back in 05, Brad Wilkerson, one of the original Nats, 4 for 5, 2 extra base hits, 3 RBIs, or 2 RBIs and 3 runs. And the Nats at Shea Stadium pounding the Nets on the way to that 81-81 record back in 05. Fastball is at the letters.
There's kids watching at home right now saying, Dad, where's Shea Stadium? What's that?
It's a parking lot in New York.
Jay looking like he's ready to run. Drew Storn at times extremely deliberate to the plate. He'll various looks, various tempo, various times. If we catch him on the right pitch, he can definitely rip a bag.
'88 took a little bit off and the count's even 1-1. Runner going. High pitch, foul back, and the count is 1-2. 90,943 attending this 3-game series. Biggest crowd today of the 3-game set, 33,694. So the St. Louis series averages right at 30,300 per game. And the Reds are coming in for 4 starting tomorrow night. One-two pitch. Jay holding. Wow. And Drew Stern thought he had a strike to this hitter.
Yeah, pretty good slider from Storn, 83 miles an hour. I have no idea where this one missed.
Entire baseball inside the box. Well, the last time it happened, Jay singled up the middle on the next pitch. Matt Carpenter 2 for 3 today. Jay holding. And a foul tip. You know, there's kind of an unsung guy over in that St. Louis dugout whose name we have not mentioned the entire series. His name is John Mabry, their new hitting coach. He's picked up where Mark McGwire left off when McGwire left for LA. He was a pretty good big league hitter. And he's just got these guys having some great at-bats.
And Benji Molina, the assistant hitting coach.
Yeah. Yachty's older brother. 2-2 pitch. Wow, I'm having flashbacks to game 5 here. That was a fastball near the inside edge, and the count goes full.
You got to start the runner right here if you're Mike Matheny.
Yeah, he's got a 2-run lead. He can be frisky here. Runner going and a foul. I mean, they seem to spoil a good pitch when you make one.
Well, you know what? Drew Storn right there gave Jonathan Solano a chance to throw out John Jay had that been strike 3. Pretty quick delivery to the plate. John Jay was about 3 steps out of his break. when the ball was fouled off. That would have been a strike him out, throw him out. Let's see if they can do it right here. And a throw over, I believe. Confidence in that slider. You can throw it right here. 3-2.
Jay running and a bouncing ball right behind him. That's interesting. The Nats had the infielder on the pull side going to the bag, and that ball got tucked in right behind Danny Espinosa. First and third, nobody out.
Well, they switched up the coverage right there based on the speed of Drew Storen's fastball and the way it's running away from a lefty. So normally the shortstop covers against a lefty, hit a spot, but Matt Carpenter just catches it out in front. Danny Espinosa covering on it, and just like that, first and third, nobody out here in the 8th.
That'll bring in Alan Craig, who has struck out 3 times swinging by Steven Strasburg. St. Louis trying to put this one out of reach in the 8th inning. The Nats do have the top of the order up in the bottom of this frame. Infield in. Middle infielders could turn a double play where they are. But man, you don't want to give up any more runs when you're not hitting. Good jammage there for strike one. Since Albert Pujols left, look at the Angels and look at the Cardinals' first baseman. Batting average higher, on base higher, slugging percentage not that far below, but look at the RBIs. So you could make a case that the Cardinals have replaced Albert Pujols very well.
Well, with this plantar fasciitis that he's sporting and designated hitting that he's doing in L.A., I don't know if he'd be playing a whole lot of first right now for the Cards.
Yeah, that's right. So see your authorized Dodge dealer. Schedule a test drive or log on to Dodge.com. They take us inside the numbers. 1 ball, 1 strike. Very difficult part of the St. Louis lineup. Nobody throwing in the Nats bullpen, 8th inning. Right back to the pitcher. Storen has the runner trapped. What he's got to do is run him back to the bag. There's the tag. And then the other runners move up. So that's a great job by John Jay of staying alive long enough. And they actually gain 90 feet out of that. They go from first and third to second and third.
I mean, you did everything right if you're Drew Storen. You got the out. You kept the runner from scoring. And now you got to keep going to work, but you got the comebacker. They're going contact play at third, as they should. All of a sudden, you got a little rundown. John Jay does a nice job of staying in it. If you're Drew Storen, you can never cross the baseline right there like he did. If he makes contact with John Jay, that run counts. For you kids at home, if you get in a rundown, don't cross the line. If the hitter, the base runner, makes contact with the defender, that run counts. That's all John Jay had to do is run back into Drew Storen to be 4-1.
Well, the Nats have to pitch to Matt Holliday with first base open. Left-handed hitting. Carlos Beltran on deck. Although that would set up a double play. Matt Holliday 0 for 4 career against Drew Storen. So 1-5 on that fielder's choice. And Holliday swings through that one that had some heavy sink on it.
So if you're getting in a rundown and you're on defense and you give up the baseball, stay on the fair side. Right here when Drew Storen crosses the line, if there's any kind of contact right there between John Jay and Storen, he's awarded home plate. And I don't know how they missed each other, to be honest. And that's catch a break, and now Drew Storen trying to strike out Matt Holliday.
High chopper. Desmond to first, no play. It's 4-1. Matt Holliday hit the ball right near or off of home plate, and he gets his first RBI of this series.
A lot of hard hit balls by both teams today with nothing to show, and Matt Holliday comes up in a big situation, chops one off the plate, and it's a big league hang with him if you're Drew Storm. It was a good pitch.
Third hit of the inning. Beltran now, first and third, one out. Counts even, 1-1. Carlos Beltran in this series 3 for 10. A walk today, 1 RBI. That's a heater high in the zone. 1-2. Then he goes with the slider.
Looking for the punch out, obviously, but he'll definitely take a ground ball right here. Well located two-seam fastball down and away might do the trick.
.21 pitch inning so far. Yadier Molina, 2 runs driven in, and with a throw last inning, maybe another one prevented. Strikes out Beltran. 89 down in the zone. 2 outs.
A good changeup from Storm. Went to it when he needed it the most. Pulled the string and got the strikeout. It's a big pitch in this game. Beltran thinking fastball, recognizing heater. And a good changeup at 89 from Drew for the punch out.
So here's Molina, 1 for 3. Great slider. Let's go inside the numbers with Dodge one more time. Experience the world of performance, design, and fuel efficiency. And the Cardinals have the most runs in baseball with 2 outs, and everybody the Nats have played doing that same job. That is crazy. It's hard to end some of these innings. That ball, Ian Desmond to Espinosa. St. Louis will settle for 1. But it's a big one. And into the bottom of the 8th. Top of the order for the Nats, down 3.
It happened with that inning double play with Steve Lombardozzi, maybe swinging at ball 4, and Jonathan Solano getting thrown out. I'm going to tell you why he swung the bat. I've been in that situation before. The steal is on. It's a 3-2 count. You know you got a guy that's not the fastest guy in the world running. So as a hitter, you feel like you have a responsibility to put the ball in play no matter where it's pitched. And sometimes it makes you go out of the zone. In that case, Steve Lombardozzi chasing ball 4 because he felt the responsibility to get that ball in play because Jonathan Solano was running.
Bottom of the 8th rolls around. A couple of defensive changes for St. Louis. John Jay is in center field. That'll push Shane Robinson over to right. So Carlos Beltran will be out on a double switch. So Jay batting 9th, and the new pitcher will be hard throwing Trevor Rosenthal, who checks in at 96.
Yeah, 4-pitch guy out of the bullpen. Fastball, cutter, curveball, change. A fastball this year averaging 97 miles an hour.
Bernard Span 1 for 3 in this series, 3 for 11. The Nats have scored a total of 3 runs in 25 innings against this pitching staff. And all we heard about when the Cardinals came to town was their much maligned bullpen. I think it goes to show when you get good starting pitching, FP, like they got from Shelby Miller, Adam Wainwright, decent from Garcia today, and your bullpen doesn't have to pitch a whole lot of innings. That kind of solves a bunch of problems.
Well, it's a small sample size, too. It's 19, 20 games into a major league season. Yeah, they've faltered, but they got some arms down there. There's no doubt about it.
Rosenthal made kind of a kick save, and the ball went into his glove as well. Span retired. Nats are down to their final 5 outs. Visit the main team store for 40% off a Heritage logo tee. That's available through Sunday. You can check it out, nationals.com/store, for more store information. That's while supplies last. Some restrictions apply. And that's the big team store out in left center field, right along N Street. Jason Worth 0 for 3 on the ground every time. Rosenthal pitched a 1-hit scoreless 8th inning here on Monday and struck out Jason Worth after giving up an infield hit to Span. He walked Bryce Harper. Got LaRoche on a grounder. Desmond on a strikeout. 6'2", 220 from the Kansas City area, Lee Summit West High School. And he was a junior college pitcher in Kansas at Cowley County.
Man, you throw 98, it's only a matter of time before you're standing on that mound for the last 3 outs when your team's ahead.
Yeah. By the way, 638 players were drafted before him in 09. 638. That ball is scorched by Worth. See you later into the bullpen. It's a 4-2 game on Jason Worth's 4th of the year.
Well, you said you had a flashback to Game 5 a couple innings ago. I just had one to Game 4 right there with that swing. And Jason Worth got a fastball. He was on the pitch right before it, fouled it straight back. Rosenthal went right to it again. Jason Worth all over it for his 4th home run of the year. Check this out. Good old-fashioned country hardball. Missed his spot. Worth all over it. Cheating to get to it on the inner half and drove it in the Nats bullpen to make this a 2-run game. I'll tell you what, when things aren't going your way as a ball club, you can't fall into the trap of everything's going against us. Things aren't going our way. This isn't going the way we want to. I mean, because no one's going to feel sorry for you. You have to make your own breaks as a ball club, pick yourself up off the mat and find a way. And the schedule ain't slowing down. The games are coming every single day, so you got to find a way to turn things around. And maybe a swing like that for Jason Worth gets everybody thinking the right way. Who knows?
His 149th career homer. And a count of 1-1 on Bryce Harper. He looks at a fastball at the letters. Harper faced Rosenthal for the first time on Monday and walked. Yachty just blocked another pitch with his helmet. That thing bounced out in front of him. You heard that helmet-like sound.
Oh, yeah, you're a Gold Glove catcher. You block balls with whatever part of your body you want to. He blocked a ball off his face last night.
Check out our Masson word of the day. It is fastball. Text fastball to 29292. You might win a meet and greet with Mike Rizzo. Stay tuned all week. More chances to win. That fastball just missing. Walks as good as a hit right now for the Nats. Adam LaRoche is on deck for Tyler Moore.
Homer's as good as a run is what I'm thinking right here.
He'll take the walk. Second walk issued by the St. Louis pitching staff today, and Adam LaRoche, who struck out last night 4 times, gets a chance today.
And I don't think it's overstating anything to say when this guy gets going, the whole ball club gets going. And there was times last year where he carried the offense on his back for months at a time. Maybe the only guy that didn't really go into a funk last year. But so far it's been a tough first month for LaRoche. 172, 3 home runs, 8 RBIs. And I don't think the swings have been that bad. Maybe just a hair late getting his foot down. And he's had some hard outs in there as well. So only a matter of time before it turns around for him and this whole offense.
A rare pinch hitting appearance for him, first of the year. So the tying runs in the batter's box here in the 8th inning. On that 97. Zach Duke warming for the 9th. And if the Nats would make some quick noise here, things in the bullpen could change in a hurry.
And just as you say that, Rafael Soriano grabs the ball and starts to play catch.
Yep. Adam LaRoche, another foul straight back.
When you're locked in as a hitter as good as Adam LaRoche, you're not fouling balls straight back. You're just a click off right now, not that far away. He's on those pitches, just a hair late.
Oh, 2 count. And Adam LaRoche struck out by Rosenthal. 2 down.
Let's check out the pitch sequence to Adam LaRoche. Trevor Rosenthal bringing the noise. First pitch fastball right down the middle. It's tough to come off the bench, but you got to get that first heater, fouling a couple back to this elevated fastball that LaRoche can't lay off. Tough to catch up to 97 up there.
Ian Desmond 1 for 3 with a bunt base hit. Oh for 2 career against Rosenthal. Struck him out looking here in game 1. Five strikeouts in 22 innings in his first major league action last year, Rosenthal. This year, now 17 strikeouts in 12 innings. Nats unable to make contact after the Worth homer. It's a 4-2 game into the ninth. Louis 4, Washington 2. Cardinals have out hit the Nationals 8-7. MLB.TV is back, 11th year. Join the millions of fans. Subscribe to watch every out-of-market game live online on your favorite mobile and connected devices. MLB.TV Premium, HD quality, MLB.TV, baseball everywhere. Adam LaRoche stays in to play first base. And the new pitcher will be Zach Duke. 6th appearance, 10 innings, 8 strikeouts. He's given up 13 hits. The league getting 325 against Zach. A lot of those numbers are inflated because of an early appearance he had to make in a blowout game in Cincinnati.
Now, he's been locked in lately. Worked 3 scoreless innings during that 3-game series against the Mets. A 4-pitch guy, fastball, slider, curveball, change. And fastball location's been nice from Duke to set up that big looping curveball he has. It averages 72 miles an hour.
Daniel Descalso 0 for 3 with an RBI ground ball. Adam LaRoche will take this one himself for the first out. Copyrighted broadcast today presented by authority of the Washington Nationals Baseball Club and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Washington Nationals. Shane Robinson next against Zach Duke.
His last 2 or 3 outings from Duke, it's been all about pouring that fastball in for strike 1.
Tried the roundhouse curveball coming in from the outside. 1 and 2. Nats in the bottom of the ninth. Espinosa, Rendon, Solano. I'm going to have to start calling him Everyday Edward. Mujica served or saved rather the first 2 games of this series.
Hey, Mike Matheny's looking for somebody to take the bull by the horns down there and get the job done. And in this series, it's been that guy right there.
He's faced 7 hitters, retired 6 of them. Harper got him for a double last night. And Zach Duke goes 3-2 on Shane Robinson here in the 9th. Walked him. Had him 0-2. So a 160 hitter aboard with 1 out here in the 9th. And Pete Kozma is next. Potomac Nationals back in Woodbridge starting next Monday through May 5th. Come enjoy it. $1 Monday, all you can eat Wednesday. Steve Lombardozzi poster night. Best fireworks in minor league baseball Saturday. And on Sundays, the kids eat free. Head to PotomacNationals.com.
I'm trying to figure out what's better, the all-you-can-eat or the Lombardozzi poster night. I guess it depends what you're eating.
Well, if I can get all-you-can-eat, I'll buy the poster.
I'll buy the all-you-can-eat and have the poster for free.
Then I'll increase its value by having Steve sign it for me.
You jump around.
Walking lead by Shane Robinson there.
You jump around like that, and the guy's got a step-off move. It's a good way to get picked off.
That ball scorched into left. Pete Kozma, 4th hit of this series. He's been on base 6 times in this 3-game set. And John Jay now, who's batting 9th and playing center field, will come in. Busted up his 0 for 21 last time with a leadoff pinch single in the 8th inning, and that led to a run for St. Louis in that frame.
I mean, you have to find a way if you're Zach Duke to keep it right where it's at right now. It's a 2-run ball game. And when you're struggling, that 2-run deficit might seem like 10. But the Nationals are still very much alive in this ball game. How many times have we seen them come back in the past? And looking for a ground ball double play, something to get out of this 9th.
They are running from second. And that is a steal of 3rd by Shane Robinson. So that's the hitter that Duke had 0-2 and walked him. And now he's gone to second on a single and stolen 3rd.
Yeah, huge jump right here by Robinson. See him in the background. The best thing about this play for the Cardinals is that Pete Kozma didn't go and give you a chance to get the trail runner. He didn't get a jump on the backside. Shane Robinson did on the front side, and he stole that base easily.
And Zach Duke falls behind 2-1. Hard hit. LaRoche gets it back. 3-6-3 double play. That was pretty. The Nats have turned 8 double plays in this series. They're down to their final 3 outs, trailing by 2.
For the score, the Cardinals have a 4-2 lead over Washington. Johnny Holiday and Ray Knight inviting you to join us after the ball game for our Nets Extra post game. And just a rough stretch for this ball club right now, Ray.
Yeah, the offense is just not doing anything, not sustaining, not getting big base hits. You know, you could say, well, we've been pitched well, but gosh, when you're struggling, it looks like everybody's pitching well. But the positive thing, Strasburg threw the ball today is really well. The first inning got him. Ball wasn't hit that hard. A couple of mistakes made early, down 3-0, but he pitched exceptionally well.
We have seen the Nationals do it before. We'll see them do it again, hopefully today. Let's go back upstairs and see if the Nats can pull it out with Bob at FP.
All right, Johnny, thank you. Thank you, Ray. Here's our game summary. Yadier Molina hurting the Nats with a bloop single, good for 2 runs, with the bases loaded in the first inning. They tacked on another run there on a grounder and an error, and then an infield chopper in the 8th. So they haven't exactly blasted the Nats today. Steven Strasburg brilliant after that first inning. And of course, Jason Worth, a home run in the 8th.
Yeah, Trevor Rosenthal, 97-mile-an-hour fastball up in the zone, missed his spot. Worth all over it for his 4th home run of the year into the Cardinals bullpen.
Edward Mujica is after his 3rd consecutive save in this series.
Yeah, 2-pitch guy, fastball split. He'll try to get ahead with the fastball early in the count. Base runners out there, he'll go right to that split, and it's nasty.
Especially on left-handed hitters. He went 91 with the heater right there. And Danny Espinosa, who's 0 for 3 today, took it upstairs.
Such a fine line when you're down by 2 runs of working a count, getting on base, being patient, and knowing that a guy has a great out pitch to where if you get into a 2-strike count, you might be in a little bit of trouble.
That's inside, 2-1.
But unless you represent the tie and run, 99 teams out of 100 will take that strike trying to get somebody on base and get a rally going.
Danny Espinosa bounced out against Mujica Monday night. 0 for 5 career against the right-hander. And a foul tip, strike 2. Going with some heaters here.
Well, like I said, when he gets runners on, it's split, 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 split. But until he does, he's not afraid to use that fastball. 2-strike count usually goes with a split.
Espinosa, that'll be out of play down the left side.
Last year, Mujica threw the slider a lot, 10% of the time at 84 miles an hour. This year, he scrapped it, and it's all he's throwing is fastball split.
Two balls, 2 strikes. Espinosa hits it hard. They've got a guy there, and it's Alan Craig, 1 out. Gio Gonzalez and Bronson Arroyo matching up. Davey Johnson, Dusty Baker. That's extra 6:30. First pitch 7:05. The Reds are in for 4.
Bronson Arroyo, about a 15-pitch guy. Drop down, make up pitches. A lot of them are BHS, below hitting speed. Got a good curve ball. Sink the ball in. Yeah, fastball averages about 87 miles an hour, but he throws it all, folks. Pretty good athlete, too, at the plate. He can hit.
Anthony Rendon struck out looking by Mujica Monday night. Nats fans trying to drum up something here, but that's going to be popped up to right. His glove for shade, and Shane Robinson pulls it in, and the Nats are down to their final out of this series. St. Louis trying to go home 5 over 500 with a 3-game sweep here. And the Nats in danger of falling under 500 for the first time since the 2011 season. Jonathan Solano 1 for 3. Solano 0 for 1 career against Edward Mujica. They're actually in the Miami organization together for a couple of years. And a swing and a miss. Actually, his brother Donovan with Mujica for the Marlins. Now the Nats down to their final strike. Solano to short. Pete Kozma. And St. Louis sweeps the Nats, who have now lost 6 in a row at home. 4-2 today for FP. Bob Carpenter. St. Louis out-hits the Nats 9-7 and sweeps Washington 4-2. Tomorrow night, it's Nats Extra 6:30, and the Nats will play the first of 4 against the Cincinnati Reds behind Gio Gonzalez against Bronson Arroyo. This has been a Madsen presentation. Johnny and Ray next from the ballpark, Nats Extra, and from the booth. So long until tomorrow evening.